10th of May 2021, an ATR-72 from UNI Air made an emergency landing with a damaged landing gear. Hi, my name is Magnar Nordahl. I'm a captain and instructor on ATR aircraft. Today it's Tuesday, 11th of May 2021. Yesterday, an ATR-72 from UNI Air experienced damage to the right-hand main landing gear and made an emergency landing at Taipei Songshan Airport in Taiwan. For those of you who are not familiar with the ATR-72, it's a regional turboprop aircraft with a cruise speed of about 265 knots. It has a crew of 4, 2 pilots and 2 cabin crew. It can operate at relatively short runways. The ATR-72 has a shorter sibling, the ATR-42. In all, more than 1,600 units have been built since 1985. The main landing gear is attached to the fuselage, a feature that might have been beneficial in this incident. UNI Air is the sister company of EVA Air. The fleet consists of 2 Airbus 321 and 13 ATR-72-600. The passenger capacity is 70. UNI Air Flight 1991 departed Taipei Songshan at 09:26 in the morning for a flight to Nangan Airport. There were 72 people on board. With normal crew, that means 68 passengers, so the flight was almost full. Matsu Islands are located close to the Chinese mainland. After 38 minutes of flight, the aircraft reportedly landed at Nangan, but suffered damage to the right-hand main landing gear and went around. Whether this information is correct or not, I don't know at this moment, and I don't want to speculate about this. Therefore, we have to be patient and wait for the investigators to do the job and release the report. Anyway, the crew decided to return to Songshan Airport, and I think that was the right decision, because Songshan Airport has a wider space around the runway, that adds to the safety, and also they have better rescue services. The return flight was performed with the landing gear down, hence the reduced ground speed as you can see here. The aircraft made a low approach over the runway, so people on the ground could inspect the landing gear. The report back to the flight crew was not very encouraging because the wheels were completely damaged, but at least the gear strut was in place. So if it didn't collapse during landing, they should be good. But before landing, the flight crew could not know that, so they had to prepare for the worst. When preparing for an emergency landing, the cabin crew is instructed to secure all loose items and instruct the passengers how to take the brace position for landing. Shortly before the aircraft touches down, the flight crew, one of the pilots, will make a call on the public address system to the cabin, saying "brace, brace." The cabin crew will then shout loud to the passenger, telling them to take the brace position. For the pilots, the procedure is to land on the left-hand main gear if possible and lower the nose gear as soon as possible to maintain directional control. However, that is more easy said than done. The aircraft touched down 100 minutes after it had departed from the same runway. When you look at the video, you will notice that the aircraft landed slightly to the left of the center line. I am sure that was on purpose, because the failed landing gear will create a lot of braking force, causing the aircraft to turn to the right. However, since the main landing gear is close to the fuselage, the turning moment is less than for aircraft with a wider landing gear. To maintain directional control, we have 4 tools. 1. The rudder, which is most effective at high speeds. 2. Reverse, which can be applied to any of the propellers. And like the rudder, reverse is most effective at high speeds. 3. The brakes, which are effective at all speeds. The brakes are operated individually on the left and right hand side. And 4. The nose is steering. The pilots did a very good job landing the aircraft. They maintained directional control all the way to full stop. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, they say, and in this case everybody walked away unhurt. This was a job well done by the crew. Congratulations. That's all for this time. I will follow up this incident as soon as new information is published. Until then, have a wonderful day and happy landing.